I would like to express that the ancestors of the Kurdish people consist of various tribes, families, and distinct Kurdish lineages that have historically contributed to the rich cultural heritage and identity of the Kurdish nation. Therefore, we can observe that the ancestors of the Kurds hold a variety of names, which include those associated with the Zagros tribes and various Zagros families, thus highlighting the diverse lineage of the ancestors of the Zagros Kurds throughout history. The group migrated from the rugged Zagros mountains to the fertile lands of southern Iraq, traversing the region known as Ilan many thousands of years before the rise of the Sumerians. As a result of this migration, they established their communities and lived in southern Iraq, contributing to the region's early history and culture. After thousands or even hundreds of years of cultural development and evolution, the Sumero family or tribe successfully managed to establish and cultivate the remarkable Sumerian civilization that we recognize and study today. Consequently, the Sumerians are considered to be an integral part of the broader group known as the Zagros people, who migrated over time from the rugged terrain of the Zagros Mountains into the fertile lands of southern Iraq, where they established one of the world's earliest known civilizations. The Sumerians were not the only group of migrants to settle in southern Iraq throughout its ancient history. However, after a significant period of time, the exact duration of which remains unknown, the ancient Sumerians successfully managed to establish what is recognized as the first complex human civilization on our planet, laying the foundations for societal development and cultural advancements that followed. Therefore, in the ancient world, there are the Sumerians, who were among the earliest civilizations, along with the Babylonians, the Ammonites, the Medes, and several other notable groups. All these diverse nationalities and peoples trace their roots back to a common origin. There is now a considerable amount of compelling evidence and numerous studies that convincingly demonstrate and support the Kurdish identity of the ancient Sumerians. This research sheds light on the historical connections between these two groups, highlighting their shared cultural heritage. Now we come to these significant statements that effectively prove the distinct Kurdish identity of the ancient Sumerians and their historical migration from the rugged Zagros Mountains region, shedding light on their cultural and ethnic heritage throughout history. Initially, all scholars and researchers generally agree that the ancient Sumerians originated from non-Semitic peoples, which distinguishes their cultural and linguistic characteristics from those of the Semitic groups in the region. Professor Taha Batar highlights in the insightful introduction of the book From the Tablets of Sumer, written by historian Samuel Kraber. He meticulously translated the document and notes on page 8 that in this context, it is important to clarify that the groups referred to as Sumerians in the historical accounts of the Tigris and Euphrates rivers were not part of the Semitic peoples, which significantly alters our understanding of their origins. The renowned English researcher Henry Rawlinson also published a significant study in 1855 in the prestigious Journal of the Royal Asiatic Society, where he claimed to have discovered new inscriptions featuring writing in a non-Semitic language, which contributed greatly to the understanding of ancient scripts. It was discovered recorded in the ancient bricks and in the clay oasis, found in several significant archaeological sites of Mesopotamia, which is now present-day Iraq, including Nippur, Eridu, and Uruk. In the year 1856, the Irish researcher Hincks noted that this newly emerging language is classified as a type of agglutinative language, which means it forms words by stringing together various morphemes. Interestingly, Kurdish is also recognized as one of the prominent agglutinative languages in the world. In the year 1869, the notable French researcher Aubert officially named this newly discovered language as Sumerian. The era preceding the establishment of the Sumerian Sunday began as a thriving agricultural village civilization, which was brought to this region by the Iranians migrating from the east, specifically from the mountainous area of eastern Kurdistan. This transition marked a significant period in the development of early human societies. This claim is strongly supported by American Professor Spicer on page 99 of his comprehensive book discussing the diverse peoples of Mesopotamia. In this section, he states that the Gothic elements, which are considered to be the ancestors of the modern Kurds, were indeed present in the region of southern Iraq long before the establishment of the ancient Sumerian civilization, as I mentioned earlier in our discussion. Before the establishment of Sumer, the land of Sumer was formed and governments were established there. Both Professor Taha Baker and Dr. Amer Suleiman mentioned that during the migration of the Akkadians to the north of the Tigris and Euphrates, meaning southern Kurdistan, in the late 3rd millennium BC, the Sumerians and Sumerians both thrived and lived in that ancient region. The ancient region was historically known as Subatu. Dr. Abdulaziz Saleh, Dr. Mohammed Bayoumi Mehran, and Dr. Ibrahim Al-Fani highlight that the original ancestral homeland of the ancient Sumerians is believed to be located in the rugged Kurdish-Zagros mountains region of modern-day Iran and Iraq. Sumerian artifacts showcasing the rich cultural heritage of ancient Mesopotamia have also been discovered in the historic cities of Ashur and Nineveh, located in the region of southern Kurdistan. These remarkable findings date back to the dawn of the dynasty, particularly highlighting its later period of development and influence. The remarkable discovery of ancient Sumerian artifacts in the region of southern Kurdistan suggests that prior to their migration to the historical area of southern Iraq, these early civilizations had established their presence and inhabited southern Kurdistan, which is part of northern Mesopotamia.